Kcal News at 9 starts right now.
This is Kcal News Mornings.
Well, right now at 9, with some changes already in effect at airport security, are more on the way. Why some critics say we are not quite ready to toss out those carry-on liquid rules just yet.
Plus a patty with cheese on a bun. You know there is something so simple and delicious about a cheeseburger. Today, LAist is joining us with her pick for the best one in LA. Jamie, I can't wait to bite it.
Me too. And are you too sensitive? Experts explain when it's okay to feel all your feelings and why some of us may be a little bit more emotional than others. I know I am when I'm exhausted.
Yeah, same.
It's about the time. Well, good morning. You're watching Kcal News Mornings at 9. Today is Tuesday, July 29th. I'm Jamie Yukas.
And I'm Sheba Turk. Thanks for joining us. We want to get straight over to our Alex Bisson. She's in for Paul Diano today. And what's our Tuesday forecast looking like?
It's a really good question, Sheba. Jamie, good morning to you. You know, we're starting to see the clouds thin out just a little bit as we look live over our Long Beach camera. But really, for the most part, it is about the gray sky to start off the day. So we're seeing that from the coastline. But if you're waking up in the desert communities, up in the mountains, or even some inland valleys, well, we are seeing the sunshine. Downtown Los Angeles reporting a cloudy sky, temperatures in the 60s, winds are calm. I don't have any advisories. I don't have any warnings for you, but the main story here in the weather department will be warmer temperatures headed our way today. So San Bernardino transitioning from temperatures in the 70s and 80s as we head into the 11 o'clock hour, and then 80s to even 90s. We'll talk a little bit more about what to expect, not just today, but for the rest of the week ahead. That's all coming up in just a few minutes. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Alex, thank you. We want to get to that breaking news at this hour. New York Mayor Eric Adams confirming this morning that the gunman behind a deadly shooting in Midtown Manhattan was targeting the NFL headquarters in a Manhattan high-rise.
Yeah, that shooter has been identified as Las Vegas resident Shane Tamura, who we found out played football for a high school in Granada Hills. We do have team coverage on this story for you. Kcal News reporter Amanda Starantino giving us a glimpse of Tamura's connections to both here in Southern California as well as Las Vegas. But first, we want to get the latest from Kcal's Bradley Blackburn in New York. Bradley?
Sheba, Jamie, officials say that suspect had a history of mental health issues, and one source tells CBS News he had been institutionalized in the past. The NYPD believes this was a lone wolf attack, but the NFL is stepping up security here anyway.
Investigators are searching for a motive in the deadly shooting at a Manhattan office building that left 4 victims dead, including a police officer. New York Mayor Eric Adams says a note was found with the shooter, identified as 27-year-old Shane Tamura of Las Vegas.
The note alluded to that he felt he had CTE, a known brain injury for those who participate in contact sports. He appeared to have blamed the NFL for his injury.
Adams told CBS Mornings the preliminary investigation shows the gunman meant to go to the NFL offices but took the wrong elevator.
The building personnel said, stay in place. There's an active shooter. Don't leave. Get away from the windows.
Among the victims of Monday night's attack is NYPD officer Didarul Islam, who was shot and killed in the lobby. The 36-year-old immigrant from Bangladesh joined the force 3.5 years ago.
He was saving lives. He was protecting New Yorkers.
Police say the gunman also killed a security officer and a woman in the lobby. He then took the elevator to the 33rd floor where the shooting continued.
One person was struck and killed on that floor. He then proceeds down a hallway and shoots himself in the chest.
Investigators say the suspect drove himself from Las Vegas all the way to New York City, where he parked directly in front of this 44-story office building and then walked into the lobby with a high-powered rifle.
According to our law enforcement partners in Las Vegas, Mr. Tamura has a documented mental health history.
Investigators say the shooter was carrying a concealed firearms permit.
And we are learning more about the victims this morning. The investment firm Blackstone confirms one of its employees was among those killed. And today the NYPD is honoring Officer Islam, a married father of 2 whose wife is now expecting their 3rd child. Jamie, Sheba.
Oh, very sad for all of these victims. Bradley, thank you so much.
This morning, we're learning the suspected shooter has ties right here to Southern California.
Kcal News reporter Amanda Starantino is in Granada Hills with what investigators are saying there. Amanda?
Good morning. Well, this is the kind of connection no community wants, and that's what we're feeling right here in Los Angeles. Now, I spoke to some former teammates of Shane Tamura, who used to play right here at Granada Hills Charter High School. They didn't want to go on camera, but they're obviously shocked at the news of what happened over in New York City. And just so many people in this community feeling that shock as well, knowing that someone just a decade ago was walking through these hallways, wore this jersey, and called this campus their home. Take a look at this video. This is from 2015. Shane Tamura celebrating a Granada Hills football win. We've chosen not to air his voice out of respect for the victims' families. Tamura graduated in 2016 from Granada after transferring from Golden Valley High School in Santa Clarita. Back then, he was just a quiet kid who loved football. On CBS Mornings this morning, New York City Mayor Eric Adams said Tamura did leave a note mentioning CTE, asking that his brain be studied and blaming football for his mental state. Well, at summer practice here this morning at Granada Hills football coaches paused to talk to their players this morning about injuries, mental health, and being honest about how they're feeling. Take a listen.
He just talked to us about making good decisions and knowing that you represent your last name, your family. You also represent the organization you play for. That will be a part of how people see us. But honestly, I feel like the play on the field should make us represent who we are better.
I was shocked. It was a little shocking. I actually was scared to practice too. It just shows how small the world is to me. And, it could be the people around you, you never know. It could be people that you're best friends with, it could be your family, you never know.
Now, the nation, these students, they're grappling with the man he became and this haunting image of him walking down a Manhattan street with an M4 rifle just yesterday, minutes before unleashing terror. Law enforcement is now working to understand Tamura's history, including possible mental health crises in Nevada. We do know he drove his car across the country, starting at his home in Las Vegas at the time. Here in Granada Hills, though, the community is feeling the pain of this kind of community connection.
It's so scary because he was from the community. And you just never know. You never know who your next door neighbor is. And what made him do it, it's just what's the motive, and it's really sad.
And that motive, still unclear, but let's be clear that no matter what his struggles were, that's no justification for unleashing this kind of horror and terror on so many people and so many families. The story is really about those victims and the families that are now dealing with the aftermath of all of this. But right here in Granada Hills, the community feeling heartbroken to have this sort of connection, and a school that's very prideful about its athletic achievements now under the spotlight for the wrong reasons. Back to you guys.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Amanda, thank you.
Now you can get your Kcal News, weather, and live stream all in one place on the CBS News app. Download it free today.